Do you need to know exactly how much money you can expect to make as a doctor in the UK? Is it even enough? Will you be able to save anything? Can you live a luxurious life? We first need to understand the grades of doctor in the UK. The pay is largely determined by what grade of doctor you are, what specialty you're working in, the hours that you work, whether you work weekends, whether you work nights or what is called unsocial hours, and also the frequency of weekends that you work. To understand the different grades of doctor, we'll start from the beginning. When you graduate and become a doctor, then the first level is called F1 or Foundation Year 1. The next is Foundation Year 2. So in the UK, their Foundation Year program is 2 years. F2 or Foundation Year 2 is also the level of difficulty of the UK medical licensing exams or the PLAB exams. They assume you're the level of an F2. If you choose to go in training straight away, then you're going to either be a CT1 or a CT2. There are two different types of specialties. So some specialties have their training broken up into two parts. So a core training and then higher training. So in these specialties, you have to apply first for core training and then you do that. So for instance, for psychiatry, you'll apply for core training and that's 3 years. And then you'll be a core trainee year 1, year 2, year 3. For certain specialties like CAMS, you can actually apply for the entire program as a run-through program. So you can apply for the CAMS training, that is 6 years, and from the beginning you'll be a specialty trainee, so that is ST1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until you finish. So if you're a core trainee like me, so a CT1 to 3, after the first 3 years are completed, then you have to apply again for the higher training, in which I will then be an ST4, 5 and 6. When you are a trainee at CT1, CT2 and CT3 level, you're also called an SHO or a senior house officer or a junior clinical fellow if you're not in training. For ST3, 4, 5 and above, you're going to be called a registrar or a senior clinical fellow if you're not in a training job. Once you've completed your training, then you'll be a consultant. That's how you become a consultant in the UK. Everyone below a consultant and GP is called a junior doctor. The first aspect of the pay is called the basic pay. So the basic pay is how much you would earn if you work 9 to 5, so 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, without any on-calls, without any weekends, nights, or any of that. This is pretty rare, especially if you're a trainee, because on-calls and being on the rota is a requirement for your training unless you have special circumstances. For instance, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding in certain cases. If you're a non-trainee, there is room to negotiate your salary. So at the point you're offered the job, then you can negotiate your salary. If you are a trainee, there isn't much room to negotiate your salary because it's pretty much been predetermined. So the salary was negotiated by the BMA, that's the British Medical Association. The basic pay for an F1 is £28,800. As an F2, you can expect to earn about £33,300 per year. CT1s and CT2s earn £39,400 per year. CT3s and ST3s earn £50,000. ST6 to ST8 earns about £56,000 per year. When you're a GP or consultant, then you can expect to earn about £84,000 to £110,000. This varies according to the length of experience. There are several enhancements you can expect to have besides your basic pay. The first one is additional rostered hours. So for the additional hours that you work above 40 per week, you're going to obviously be paid. Night duties are paid at a higher rate, so you're paid 37% more than you would for a day duty. Weekends are also paid at a higher rate, and the frequency of weekends will determine how much you've earned. So the highest frequency would be like 1 in 2, so every other weekend you're working, which would be horrible. For unsocial hours, this is after 8 p.m. on weekdays, on all day on Sunday, and also on bank holidays, you're going to earn more. So the hours in these particular times are paid at a higher rate, so that can be between 37% to up to 74% more. That's on the hourly rate. There's a London waiting, so if you work in London, there's something called a high cost supplement. So that's about £3,400 per year that's added on top of your salary because London has a higher cost of living. There's an added premium for hard to fill specialties like psychiatry, GP, emergency medicine, histopathology. So for psychiatry, that's £21,000 spread out throughout the entire period of training, and that equates to about £3,500 per year added. So you make all this money, but there's lots of deductions. What are the possible deductions? The first one, of course, is taxes. So there's a tax called pay as you earn. Pay as you earn is 20 to 25%. There's an initial 20% deduction of your salary up to the first 50k. For earnings above 50k, then you're going to be taxed up to 40%. The first £12,500 is tax-free. There's something called national insurance. So national insurance is what funds the NHS. So in some ways, you're actually paying your own salary. For earnings between 10k to 50k, they take 12% for the national insurance. For earnings above this, then you deducted a further 2%. If you opt into the NHS pension scheme, then this is a further deduction you can expect. The NHS pension is 9.3% for the first 47k. And if you earn above 47k, they start to take 12.5%. So what is the actual take-home pay after all these deductions? First of all, if you've liked this video up to this point, then please let me know and click like. So for a city one where your gross salary plus all the enhancements is going to add up to about 48 to 50,000 pounds per year. On average per month, then you can expect about 4k. But after all the deductions, which are minimum 1,000 pounds per month, you're left with only about 2,800 to maximum 3,000 pounds. This is without any extra work, any low coming, or any extra shifts done. As you can see, there's a lot of maths involved. There's a lot of calculations. So that's why no one will tell you exactly how much they earn unless you want to see my actual pay slip. So maybe I can do that. Let me know if you want to see that. What if you only work the basic pay? What if you don't want to do on calls on nights or shifts? So I did personally work an F2 level job at some point without any on calls. Take home pay at that point after all deductions was about £2,400. And is this enough money? What's the cost of living? So I'm going to answer that next. So the cost of living is going to depend on you as an individual, of course. What kind of things you like, how you like to spend your free time, what kind of house you end up renting, what area you live, so many factors. But to give you like a general picture, the Office of National Statistics released data that stated that the average weekly expenditure of a family in the UK is about £592 per week, which equates to about £2,300 per month. So this is how much money you need for food, housing, gas and electric, culture, which is TV, laptops, phones, everything. So that's how much they estimate is used by the average UK family. Where you live in the UK is the most important factor, and the ONS stated that the highest cost of living is in London, with families spending about £700 per week. Next to that is the southeast, with families spending about £695, so very close to London as well. So the more north you go, the cheaper. So if you want to make the most out of your money, because first of all, the doctor's salary is the same across the entire UK, but the cost of living varies. How does this money compare to other professionals? So is this really good money? Well, the ONS released more data that states that the average household income in the UK is about £30,800. So if you're a doctor above F1 level, then your salary is going to be higher than the average household income in the UK. So the average salary, so it's higher than average for the UK. In terms of other professionals, so there was a list I saw of the highest paid professionals in the UK. Well, medical practitioners were rated number 8 on that list, and that's at an average of about £62,000. So is it really enough? It's enough for me. Do you think it's enough for you? I hope that answered all your questions. If you want to know exactly how much money are you likely to need for all the UK exams, then watch this video.